But I would have focused. There were many opportunities in England. Do you know what shocked me? I'll tell you. Yani Richie, I've forgotten my whole life here. This is crazy. But anyway. And they were like you said, I don't think I was not listening. And I was just partying, and they were wondering, where is this life going to go? So what they did in hindsight, and I think I'm like, guy, they applied for me to go to school in the UK. They did all the applications. Look at you smiling. You know, like after I didn't even do one application, I don't even know what happened. She's the one who did all that. Mine were done for me. And I was told like a day before, tomorrow, you're going to the UK. So they shipped me to the UK. It is now, in retrospect, that I write, I even wrote in my autobiography, who sends a problem to the UK? Who? Like this thing can go horribly wrong. Honestly, Richie, I wouldn't be sitting here. I always say it's the grace of God. You don't understand me. This could have gone crazy. This could have, when I think about it, but it curbed something in me. So I find myself shipped to the UK.
Where in the UK?
In Leeds. I'm the opener of Leeds. All of them. So Althea's gone to Leeds. Many of my nieces and nephews, I was the door opener for Leeds. So I go to Leeds. And still with drama, because my life is always of drama. I get there. So I'm very chatty. That's why I'm chatty. So from the train station, I'm really chatting to the cabbie. He's so fascinated that I've come all the way from Kenya to school there. He takes me to the halls of residence, the address that I have, and they are closed. And they say, you have to go back to your home. I said, my home is 8 hours by flight that way. I cannot go home. And so they say, you have 30 minutes to get to the British people. You have 30 minutes to get to the main office. Otherwise, you shall sleep in the streets of Leeds. You can't sleep here. I could not believe it. So when I called back, I like people who are sharp. And God's favor has always been on me. The cabbie had him being called back. He said, that must be the person I've just dropped. He came back. And he took me to the campus. You know, it's good, I guess, to be brave, I don't even know what I was doing. I don't even know how I found my way. But I went to the office and they said, excuse me, it's an 8-hour flight back to my nation. I cannot go. So I found them. It was 4:00 and they were closing the office by 4:30. I found them. I explained my situation. So they let me stay and I stayed in the halls of residence alone.
So wait, they were saying what? That you hadn't, why were they
I'd
not
come
letting
to school
you?
a week early.
Oh, you had come a week early?
Yeah. So they say you go home and you come back after a week. I said, I can't. But that's the drama. Can you imagine if I arrived at 5? What would I have done? Because they were closing it all up. And that's also funny because I don't like, I told you fear. Fear is something that I've had and I keep working on. So I don't like to be alone. So imagine I was on 4 floors. I was alone in the whole building for a whole week. But, which I like my butts, and I always get to meet the right people. There was a lady who was cleaning. She was a Nigerian lady. So she picked me under her wing. She took me to her house. But even now when I think about where was I going? Anyway, so I went to her house. She made me jollof rice, chicken, plantain. Very happy. So just that. So I met the right people again. At least I met the right people. Because it was possible to meet all the wrong people along that story. And here I was. And I think when I'm just thinking about it now, I sort of became subdued. Like I'm here, I'm alone. My sister is in London, but resources are very few. So she was really trying to save and try to panga her things. And so we're not going to, so it's like I'm completely alone. And so it's a bit now you start thinking about your life.
And what have they made you study there?
Hospitality.
Hospitality still, okay.
So I'm in hospitality. And I started going to church. The church, I used to walk in the church and walk out. Now I'm alone in another continent, in the snow. And I hope I don't upset anyone, but there are 6 geriatrics in the church and me, I'm number 7. I started going to church on my own violation. I think I was a bit now in shock, like, hiya. These guys have actually shipped me away. What's going to happen? So I started thinking about my life. So that was also a circle. Things started changing a bit in my life at that point.
And how was school? How was class? Did you make friends?
School was good. Yeah, I made friends, but it's very strange as well because when I think about it now, that's what I'm saying, guy, I'm telling you things I've not even written in the book. Richie, you see, when you get there, I didn't know about dressing for winter. So I've got the wrong clothes. So they're wondering, what is wrong with this woman? So I'm wearing the wrong clothes. I don't even know I need a winter coat. I don't know I need like tights and all this. So
Innerwear.
I just look like a hot mess, but I'm good. And I read before class. So I come, I'm engaging the teacher. They're so excited. I'm a phenomenal because what do you mean? You come from Kenya? Da, da, da.
Were there other Kenyans in Leeds at that time?
There were like maybe 2, but we didn't see each other a lot. And there were a few Africans, there were guys from Cameroon. So it was good. It was good. But still, again, that's where I learned the hierarchy of socialization. Because now when I look at it, there was the upper middle class kids, they hung out together. Then the upper kids, then the middle class kids, then there was the lower middle class. And they hung out. So everybody was hanging out in their
Class.
social standing, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you was
So we were at the bottom of the food chain.
Oh, is it because of the race?
Yes, who are we? So after all those people was us. Oh my God. And it's the first time I've not even said this to anyone. Remember that thing of at least getting used to being alone?
Yeah.
That whole 9 months, because it was 9 months, we'd come, my dad had said I can come home after the first year. That whole 9 months, I didn't talk to anyone except my lecturers and that cleaning lady, the Nigerian. I ate lunch alone. I didn't open my mouth
What?
for 9 months, except I didn't talk to another student.
What?
No student ever talked to me. I talked to my lecturer, engaged my lecturer, because I'd read what we were supposed to read, then I'd come and engage her in class, and they were very happy about that. And then I engaged the lady at my house of residence, and that's it, for 9 months.
What?
Yeah.
But why? It's not that
You're not in the system, you're not fitting in, you're not dressed properly. Imagine somebody walking in here. I mean, you're not dressed properly. You're wearing summer clothes and it's winter. You don't have a coat. You look like where are you? Who are you? And then at that time, this is now what, 87? I don't think they had even seen that many. I guess they have their Jamaicans and all that, but not somebody from Africa. So there's just a whole lot of drama. When you're put in groups with them, they don't know whether you can do the work, but you do. So it was a whole 9 months of, as far as I'm concerned, silence.
And what's going through?
And I really enjoyed it. I'd get up. I went and got a bus card. So everyone was walking to school. I should have walked, but anyway, I had a bus card. So I have my breakfast, catch my bus, come to school, do what I'm learning, go back. And it was good that it was halls of residence. So now the halls of residence are full now. Yeah,
they're full.
There are people all around me. There's one Asian girl, Dipti, who would at least maybe say hi to me. But all these other people, and it's not that, and so they don't know you. You look strange. You look misplaced. You look funny. So you see even now, why are you sending your children to England without a brief? Send them with a brief, please.
I get it.
Help the child. Get some winter clothing. When I took Althea, I shopped everything for her. And anyway, I guess at that point, social media is there, so they even have a semblance of what to do.
Yeah.
We don't. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know.
Wow.
The government, you could only get so pounds. It was cut off. It's not you can just give your child the money you want. No. And I think it was £250 for a very long time. You had to watch your money.
Were you were getting money from the government?
Your parents
pay,
were
sending you, yes.
But the government has a cut-off.
Stipend.
Yes. Yeah. And you cannot go beyond that. And so halls of residence, why they were good, is the first year all your meals are taken care of except on weekends.
Yeah.
On Saturday weekend, ujichunge what you're going to do yourself. So trying to make ends meet and all that. It was a very different experience, Richie. When I took her there to school, I remember same supermarket, Morrison's, I found it. I shopped for her, left her with enough food, because that now gave me peace, yeah? Shopped everything, made sure she got her blankets, her duvet, her food, her clothing, and then left. But that wasn't done for us. And there are many people who send their children. You see, that's also a high level of trauma that we need to also talk about. You just send your kids, you hear the kids potea duko, but listen, where did you send them? Where are they? You didn't give them, they're not equipped to the clothing. Maybe they go to school, they have nobody to talk to, so they quit or they start working. You start looking for jobs because you have to survive now here.
Did you work?
No. by the grace of God. And I think it was good, because I think if I tasted that kind of money early, it would not have been a good thing. So I just...
So even the clubbing then ends.
The end. He told you. The end of clubbing. And thank God, because I met there were people there who were clubbing. I didn't meet them. Thank God I did not. It is Jesus now. This now God starting his work, carving out. So I didn't meet the people who were clubbing. It was just school, go to school, come back. Once in a while, maybe like the first time, maybe after 6 months, Susan came to see me, or I went to see her. It was very difficult, because even I couldn't stay in her room when I go to see her in London. So it was just that. And then come back home, go home. Do you know the other thing shocked me? Hey, Richie, this city, what is it of telling people secrets? Do you know, we used to arrive at the airport at Heathrow with our suitcases and take I don't know how, take all those undergrounds to Victoria and take a bus or something to, like, can you imagine arriving at the airport with two bags and taking the subway? And it's ridiculous. But we did it. There was no other choice. You and your 2 bags, you are going to survive and make it there. I mean, Kina out there, by the time they were going to school, them, they'd fly into Heathrow, then fly to Leeds or to Manchester. Yeah. Wow. So amazing.
So, do you come? You said you came home after 9 months.
After 9 months,
and you still went back.
Yes, and then now after that, I think there's even so my dad would sometimes figure out summer, but then he also decided, you're going to work. So he got there are hotels that he knew here, who had hotels in the UK. So I'd be working there for 3 months. And don't come home. Go there and work. So and they're the ones who have made the hookup.
Let me say this: your parents, you are also kichwa ngumu.
What do you mean kichwa ngumu now? How is that? Let's say
your parents Your parents were, in an essence, trying.
They were trying.
They were just trying.
The strong-willed character at their capacity. The strong-willed character, the rebellion, because I was very rebellious, very. So strong-willed character, rebellious, will not be told, you're the firstborn, you're supposed to be setting an example here. Which example is this one? Yep. Yeah, that was me. When I think about it, I was a lot. So they said it. But you see, also, you can't ship a problem. You can't take a problem and put it on a plane. What's that? It's just that mine it works, but you cannot. What do you mean? If you cannot handle the problem in your country,
yes,
in another country, this could go very wrong. Because I could have met all the wrong people. I actually say, if I'd gone to the US, and I say that words are powerful, but with humility, I think if I'd gone to the US, I'd have been in an orange jumpsuit. For real. Mimi Kasa.
Yeah.
They even send me to the right country.
Yes.
The UK, that's what they say. If they had sent me to the US. Wait. But by the grace of God. Yeah. So I went, so life changed. Started behaving myself, doing what I need to do.
And you did UK for how long?
I think 4 years. Because I finished my degree.
Wow, that's a while.
And then 1 year now I worked in central London, which was nice.
Central London?
Yeah, they got, there was a hotel, a partnering hotel, so I worked there.
And where are you living?
My dad was so good. You see, now you're telling me, make me secrets now. My siblings are going to wonder what's wrong with me. So my dad, in his wisdom, he's such a great dad. He bought an apartment in the UK. Yeah, at some point. I don't know whether my sister ever told how she went through her things. That's her story. But he bought us an apartment. So we had an apartment. He bought us an apartment and a car.
Pastor Angie.
Yes.
He did what?
Yes, we had a car, Ifan. We used to call it Ifan. It was a Volvo because he had his accidents in a Volvo, so he believed in Volvos. So we had a Volvo and we had an apartment. Actually, the other day we went, me, my mom, and my daughter, just to stand outside, and we took a photo and we said, "Guy, we used to live here in Surbiton." Yeah, he bought us an apartment in Surbiton.
I went to school in Surbiton.
You went to school in Surbiton?
I went to Surbiton High.
Oh, come on, stop it, Richie.
I promise.
I lived in Surbiton.
I lived in Kingston.
Yes, Kingston was right next to us. And
I know. It's
come on, stop it. What do you mean? Yeah, Surbiton. We lived in Surbiton.
Up the hill is where I went to school.
We even went to take a picture. When Alte was in school, we went, me and my mom and her, just to show, we used to live, this was our apartment. We took a picture outside. We took a picture at the train station. Yeah, we used to live in Surbiton. And then when I left, he bought another house. Now, this was an apartment. So when I left, he bought Susan a house. So she was living in a house somewhere because she finished her master's in Kingston.
No, okay.
Surbiton. Unajua Surbiton.
Let
Surbiton was
me say this. You know, there are guys who are watching this and need to understand privileged kids. You know, there are so many things you're saying in your story that I completely relate to. And I just want you to speak again about this thing. Because kids don't become who they are by themselves.
You have to make them.
Yes.
You have to make them.
You're the one who has to put the inputs into them.
Yes.
For them to then
Yeah.
become the person that they need to be.
And give them the reality of life. Like if you don't do this, if you don't go to school, if you don't get your education, if you cannot get your own job, you are going to be on the streets. Me, I scare people's children even. I tell them, let me tell you something first of all. The way you're trying to say you're not going to go to school, wait until your classmates start passing you at the bus stop. You're standing at the bus stop waiting for M3 and they're passing with their cars. Is when you'll know. When people can go eat food, take holidays, and you can't go. Because of the choices you're making now, you better make the right choice. So giving them the whole picture, not just threatening them that you must get an education. Why? How do you become independent? How do you live without mom and dad? Because, sorry, I don't know what question you're going to ask, but there's one lady, I remember 2 kids, and they were brought up in Lavington. Really, the mom was doing so well. She was one of the pioneers in the marketplace, so the kids were doing well. But then they both unfortunately passed, her and her husband. Let me tell you what those children have been through. Me, I've cried tears. One is living, if the parents woke up and saw where their children are living, they would just collapse. They cannot believe it.
But they were not equipped to live anywhere else.
The kids live in some slum quarters in another town, shanty town, the boy. And he's a waiter. The girl even became, let me not say.
But hear what I'm trying to say, Pastor
You have to
Angie.
prepare your children to live without you. That's number one. Because you cannot pretend that you're going to be here forever. You're not. And then you better leave a plan. Especially if you know how your children are, or there's one child who is not doing as well as the other, just leave a plan. Stop the drama. Leave a plan and then do the best for your children. Because the thing is, we want to teach them lessons about our lives, how we became. It's not there. I don't know how to say it, but that's not the life they're going to live. Stop trying to prepare. It's not you, that was your life. The life they're going to live is a completely different life. Totally. So make sure you've prepared them. Make sure they understand the concept of work. They understand the concept of savings. They understand the context of money. Money has a context. Teach them that context. And then paint the picture and the reality of what will happen if they don't. Because those parents who died, who were very well off, and left their children, those kids have really suffered.
You know,
they have really suffered. One of the girls, but the girl stayed with me and she had gone, I think the mom had, between mom and dad siblings, maybe they were 15. She lived in every house. She couldn't live with people. The one thing I tell parents, teach your children to live with people. That's why I told you, it doesn't matter where you take me. I will fit in. Teach your children that. Just in case you leave them here. And they have to go and even live with other people. You have to give them the skill of being able to live with other people.
Let me tell you, I relate with your story in ways you will never understand.
Wow, Richie.
But here's the thing in the relating to it. I'm hearing us having a conversation about others, parents, what the parents should have done, this. Now I want to ask you, you talking to yourself at this age, what would you then tell yourself?
Tell myself at that time?
Yes. No, now this person with all this wisdom, this 60-year-old or this person about to turn 60, who has all this wisdom and retrospect, the gift of retrospect. And you're looking at this person who's in Surbiton. What would you tell them to better them?
First of all, I say this, I hope people will take it with compassion and love. I spent a lot of my life drinking alcohol, but I've never seen anything good that came out of alcohol, for real. Unless we can drink like the French. Allow me to use the French. Who can have a glass of wine at lunchtime and go home. There's something in our Kenyanness. We cannot have one glass of wine and go home. We must have 4, or we must finish the alcohol inside. Let me be serious. So first I would have told myself, there was a time for alcohol and that was not that time. Yet again, I feel there are times when you have to party. Partying has to be there, get it out of your bones, your spirit, finish. But I would have focused. There were many opportunities in England. Do you know what shocked me? I'll tell you. Yani Richie, I've forgotten my whole life here. This is crazy. But anyway, I found out later that there are people who were within England who got British passports. What was I doing? What was that? You could get a British passport in 10 seconds at that time. I found that there are people I was in school with who got British passports. Why didn't they tell me? Was I that unserious? Anyway, I'd have become very serious. There were many opportunities that I would have taken. I would have taken those opportunities. I really would have. So I'd have stopped the focus. Do you know that house? We partied like madness. The letters would be sent. We have to make sure they don't get to my dad. Because of the police would come. Are you hearing police? Police. To shut us down. And we shut it down till they go down the stairs. Then we... Anyway, I'd have stopped. I'd have focused. Like, I like a statement. That's Althea as well. She says, like, Mom, stop telling my stories. Althea would say to the people in school in Leeds, she told them, me, I came here to study. I know what you guys came here to do. Me, I came to study. So everyone's sticking their lane. So I wish I'd had that kind of mindset. Like, why am I here? What do I need to do here? This is a first world nation. What are the opportunities? How can I better myself? What do I need to do? I should have stayed and worked. There were opportunities. I was coming back to Nairobi to party. That is the only reason. I was coming back to Kenya to party with my friends. There was nothing I was coming back. What are you coming back to? Yes, people came back. Even my daughter came back after a while. Because also working overseas can be frustrating. And Kenya has unique opportunities. Hey, I would have given myself a talk. Like, stop it. Like, be serious, my dear. Be serious. Take advantage of opportunities. Become a British citizen if that's what you need to do. Because it was so easy. Make some investments. Buy houses. Buy shares. Your life cannot be about the party. Please. And I always tell people, even the ones who are partying, can we have a plan in that party? Because there's planning. That's what I would tell myself. And this was such a unique opportunity. You've even been bought a home. People are struggling to pay rent. You don't even pay rent. You have a home, you have a car. Look, come on. The sum total all cannot be partying. But I think what it is, I'm not sure, but it's a lifestyle that we knew. You know, sometimes when you just know this thing, you don't know another thing. Now I know another thing. If you take me back there now, I'll spin circles around you. But we were not. There's a socialization and a culture that I had to just party. And I feel like my sister, it's her story, but she lived a very different life compared to us. Just watched us with her madness. But she made different choices, which I think I should have made.
We'll be back in a bit.